It's happening. Sony's next flagship noise-canceling headphones, the WH-1000XM6, are getting closer to launch. And thanks to multiple leaks, we now have a solid idea of what to expect. A new FCC filing, importer listings, and certification documents suggest that these long-awaited headphones are on the way. The big questions are, what's changing? When are they launching? And will they be worth the upgrade over the XM5? Let's break it all down. One of the biggest indicators that Sony is preparing to launch the WH-1000XM6 comes from a recent FCC filing. The model number YY2984 has been spotted, and while Sony hasn't officially confirmed it's the XM6, the details match up perfectly with what we'd expect from the next generation of their flagship headphones. According to the Walkman blog, these headphones are expected to be released in 3 colors: black, platinum silver, and midnight blue. The same options available for the XM5, minus the later added smoky pink. This suggests Sony is sticking to a familiar aesthetic while possibly refining the design. Speaking of design, there's speculation that the ear cups may now be detachable. A leaked product illustration shows subtle differences compared to the WH-1000XM5, including what looks like a different attachment system for the ear pads. If true, this would be a huge win for users who want easier replacements, something Sony has been criticized for with previous models. The hinge design also appears different. While we don't have confirmation yet, some reports suggest that Sony might finally bring back a folding design, addressing one of the biggest complaints about the XM5. If the XM6 can fold down like the XM4, that would make them much easier to travel with. When it comes to sound quality, don't expect a dramatic change. According to the FCC filing, the XM6 will still use 30mm drivers, just like the XM5. This means Sony is likely keeping the same general sound signature but could be making some refinements in tuning. On the Bluetooth front, there's a confirmed upgrade to Bluetooth 5.3, which improves stability and power efficiency. However, there's no official confirmation yet on LE audio, LC3 codec, or Auracast support, features that could significantly enhance wireless audio performance. One thing you probably shouldn't expect? aptX support. Sony moved away from Qualcomm's codecs when they switched to MediaTek chips in previous models, and that doesn't seem to be changing. Instead, they'll likely continue prioritizing LDAC, their high-resolution wireless codec. Alright, now the million-dollar question. When is the WH-1000XM6 actually coming out? We have a pretty strong clue thanks to the FCC filing. The confidentiality agreement expires on July 22, 2025, and historically, Sony has announced their new headphones before this date. For example, the WH-1000XM5 was announced 13 weeks before its FCC confidentiality expired. If Sony follows a similar timeline, that means we could see the XM6 announced between late April and early May 2025. This would line up with Sony's past release patterns, so it seems like a pretty safe bet. It's clear that Sony has taken longer than usual with this model, possibly to align the launch with their WF-1000X series earbuds, which also follow a similar refresh cycle. Now, let's talk about pricing. The WH-1000XM5 launched at $399, and considering inflation and rising production costs, the XM6 is unlikely to be any cheaper. If anything, we could see the price bump up slightly to $429 or $449, especially if Sony adds new features like LE audio or a better design. Sony's WH-1000XM6 is shaping up to be a refinement rather than a radical overhaul. A more travel-friendly design, upgraded Bluetooth, and improved ANC could make them the best noise-canceling headphones yet. But if you already own the XM5, is it worth upgrading? That depends on the final feature list, which we'll hopefully see confirmed in the next few months. What are you hoping to see in the XM6? Let us know in the comments.